Hello everyone, I'm Sri Thoma. We know that 10th of September is recognized as a World Suicide Prevention Day. Keeping that day in mind and all the loved ones whom we have lost, I come with this video where I will be discussing about certain signs through which we can understand if a person is thinking of suicide. Now, this is an extremely important topic because if we go by the statistics, we can see, I have written it down, that globally around 8 lakh people die every year because of suicide. And the even more scary part is that for each person committing suicide, there are 20 other people who are attempting it. So the picture is really, really scary. The other fact is that suicide is one of the leading causes of death amongst youth, that is from 15 to 29-year-olds all around the world. And India is leading amongst the Southeast Asian countries in this, where 16.5 people out of 1 lakh people die because of suicide. Now, by preventing suicide, by preventing people from committing suicide, we will not only be able to save the life of a dear one, we will also be able to save the youth of the country as well as of the world. The youth who are the future of our world and who are the working force. They are the human resource on which the development of the world will depend. So, often when people commit suicide, we ask ourselves, like, why did the person do this, or was this reason enough for a person to take his own life? But we will have to keep this in mind, that when a person decides to take his own life, the person is suffering from tremendous pain and also some kind of psychological disorder. It might be depression, it might be bipolar disorder, or any other form of mood disorder, or even at times it can be borderline personality disorder, where a person tries to scare people by threatening of suicide, and eventually finally accidentally the person commits suicide and dies. Now, there can be a lot of reasons why a person is trying to take his own life, but the best part is that this whole thing is preventable. When a person dies, after the person dies, often their loved ones think that, maybe it was a time then when the person tried to give me a signal, tried to say something about taking his own life, or not willing to live anymore. And then this person might feel guilty that, if I would have reacted at that time, if I would have taken some action, then probably this loved one of mine would have been with me at this particular moment. Now, we miss out these points because we are not aware of what a person does, or what are the signals that a person gives when one is planning of suicide. So let's take a look at what these points are. I have noted all of these down. So when a person is talking of suicide, when a person is talking of how mundane life is, and like there's no point living, we might uh, consider it as one of the alarming signs. When a person is seeking access to different sharp objects, or guns, or pills, or anything of this sort, we will have to take the whole thing very seriously. Again, when a person is giving away prized possessions, or trying to complete all the incomplete works in life, or maybe there is immense amount of social withdrawal, when the person is feeling hopeless and there is a lot of negative thinking and self hatred, or the person might be agitated and showing violent behavior, or maybe when the person is showing a kind of changed personality, when there is a change in the eating and the sleeping habits of the individual, when there is a lot of restlessness, when there is a lot of uh, you know low feeling in the person. Maybe the person locks himself up for a long span of time at house, or is not sharing whatever the person is going through. The person is not talking at all. The person might be emotionally numb as well for a long span of time. And then suddenly at the end of all this, when we see a sudden calmness in the person, so the person is suddenly smiling and talking, making phone calls, saying hi and hello to friends and loved ones, we should be highly alarmed. We should be very careful in such moments, because maybe the person is saying hi and goodbye to the loved ones because the person is thinking of ending his own life. Now, before getting into what we can do to prevent suicide or stop the individual from doing such a thing, I would like to discuss about a few things where people usually go wrong, a few misunderstandings regarding suicide. The first is that people who talk about suicide won't really do it. No, it is not true. It is often seen that when a person is talking about suicide, the person has a plan somewhere in mind. The next thing is, if someone is determined to kill himself, nothing can stop him. This is also not true. When a person is thinking of killing oneself, we have innumerous scopes of preventing that. Number three is, people who die this way were unwilling to seek help. Again, this is not true. By this time, we all know that when a person is planning to commit suicide, they all are looking for help. Rather, they are desperately looking for help. They all want others to be there with them, just that they feel that there is nobody around to help them out, which is why that is, probably one of the leading reasons why they think that there is no point living anymore. The next and the last misunderstood fact is, talking about suicide may give someone the idea. Now, this is a very, very commonly mistaken thought, and years of research has shown that uh, we can actually talk a person out of suicide. So, when we are talking to an individual regarding suicide, we are actually decreasing the scope of the individual to plan for it. Now, what can we actually do to help this person out? When we get to know, when we see all these alarming signals, that when we feel that a person might be planning something, the best thing that we can do is we can talk with the person. We can talk it out directly. We can just say that I have been noticing these things in you and I am really concerned. So do you have any plan like this? Don't be afraid, just be yourself, and talk the way in which you usually do. So if you are usually a very light person, then talk in that light manner. If you are usually a very serious person, then be serious. Don't try to be somebody else because you are conscious and concerned, because you might be yourself scared of the whole situation. Just be yourself and talk it out. Tell the person that there is hope, that the person is not alone. You are there and you will be there to to bring this person out of this whole journey, to make the person feel once again that life is beautiful and it's worth living. The next point that we need to remember is, when we are talking about suicide to a person who might be planning to do it, we need to be very conscious that we are not blaming the person. Many a times we say that, how can you be planning of something like this, something which is so shameful? So this is not a way in which one person ends one's life. You should be more responsible towards your family, towards your parents. If they have children, then towards their children. No, please do not blame them. They are as it is feeling a lot of guilt within. They do not want to live their life any further because there is a lot of pain within. So when a person is suffering already, it's best that we do not blame them and increase their suffering. We should make them feel better. Next is we will have to set a plan for prevention for them. So we will have to make a list of numbers of friends or family, maybe helpline numbers. So it will be a list of phone numbers which will be there in the person's wallet, or maybe a list which the person will be carrying all throughout. And these will be the people who the individual can contact when the person is having such a thought in mind, because it is seen that suicide is not a one time thought, it's a recurring one. It keeps on coming, and many a times when people are not there, so when the person is maybe alone at house, or maybe the person is outside house, that such kind of thoughts might be coming. So it is very important that the person carries such a list, and immediately when such a thought comes to mind, the person should be trained to call up someone for help, for sharing the fact that I'm having suicidal thoughts once again, so please talk to me and talk me out of the whole thing at the moment. Please help me out. Next thing is, if we have any sharp objects, if we have any pills, any guns in the house, we should not only be locking them, if possible, we need to throw them all out of the house so that it's out of reach of the individual. Next is, it is very, very, very important that this particular person, as I have already said, is suffering from some kind of psychological disorder or some kind of emotional distress. So, this particular individual should be seeking professional help, and it is our responsibility to see that the person is going for the follow up sessions, the person is continuing, the person is you know completing the therapy. So the person is not maybe visiting the therapist for once and then not showing up anymore. So we will have to ensure that there might be times when this particular individual is staying withdrawn, when the person is rejecting us, saying that I don't need your help. But no matter what happens, we will have to make the person understand that we are there and we will be there because we love the individual. And no matter what happens, uh, we will be pulling the person out from this negative situation. We will be positively standing as a support pillar. And it might be that the person is since the person is going through all this emotional crisis, the person might not accept, or might not willingly very positively accept the emotional help that you are offering. But we will have to keep it in mind that even when the individual thinks that we are intruding in their lives, we will have to be constantly there because the person needs help. And once the person feels that the person is loved enough, at least by one person, by one friend, by one family member, the individual will be able to surely come out of this crisis. The most important thing to prevent suicide is to take immediate step. We need to be fast, we need to be quick, we cannot waste time. I hope you all found this video helpful. I hope you all found it interesting as well. If you all like this video, if you think that you got to learn something from this video, please like it and subscribe my channel. So thank you, take care, and be proactive to help others out.